So we've got Cam from DeWALT here. You're the training manager, is that
That's right, mate. That's right. At
And-
Stanley Black & Decker.
Oh yeah, that's right, Stanley Black & Decker, and we're gonna just go over a couple of the new sort of exciting tools that are coming out, and the big dust-free movement going on at the moment.
Yeah, it's all happening in that area.
Yeah, big time, which is good.
Yeah,
it's good.
good.
And we'll just start off with telling us a bit about yourself, mate, what you do, and we'll go from there.
Sure. Well, I've been the training manager at Stanley Black & Decker for going on 7 years.
Yeah, right.
Prior to that, I was a legacy DeWALT guy, so DeWALT Black & Decker before the merge.
Yeah, okay, yep.
As many people would know, Stanley bought the DeWALT Black & Decker business, and that's how I find myself here, wearing the training hat.
Yeah, okay. So how long have you been with the company, both DeWALT
End to end?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all up, I think I'm 18 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 18 years. And then 10 years of retail.
Yeah,
prior.
So. What sort of retail were you?
In the game. So I was with a competitor, can I say that?
Yeah, of course.
So I was a Total Tools guy, and I was a United Tools guy. So probably, do the math, probably 30 years in the game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Far out.
Institutionalised, mate.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
A lifer, double lifer.
Yeah, well...
It's that kind of industry, though.
Murder,
yeah, it's that kind of industry. So
yeah, for sure.
You kind of get in. I was in for over a decade, left, but pulls you back in.
Yeah, for sure.
Pulls you back in. It's a good industry to work in.
Home is where the heart is, eh?
It is, mate. It is, yeah.
Yeah, well, so what are the new exciting sort of tools in the Stanley Black & Decker range coming out? DeWALT.
Where do we start, mate? Where do we start? I mean, probably for me, obviously you covered off the dust piece, and that's sort of moving at a drastic rate.
Yeah. Why is that moving so fast at the moment? The dust-free range, why is that moving so quickly?
Well, interestingly, and this is only my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Queensland government have been very proactive in that area. So almost to the point where other states are, looking to the Queensland government as a lead. So, unfortunately, there's been some very sad scenarios of stonemasons contracting silicosis. Some well documented cases, most recently and that's been, covered in the mainstream media.
Yeah.
But this is a phenomenon that's been going on for a while, particularly in the area of where stonemasons has kind of been the pointy end of it.
Yeah.
But then we're finding that that's filtering across to both residential and commercial construction.
Yeah, for sure. As it should too.
Yeah, 100%. So I think we've been slow versus other markets. Obviously, Stanley, we're sort of global. So we've seen this phenomenon in Europe, and we've seen this phenomenon in the US.
Yeah.
We've been a bit late to the party, but I think that the way we are here in Australia. I think the Australian government will be very rigorous in the standards that they legislate.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yes.
We might be late to the party, but in terms of how rigorous they will be, I think they're going to be very aggressive in this area, as they should be.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah,
we want blokes and girls to go home safely at the end of a job. So
for sure. And and it's good that all this blow up about the silicosis is finally making more people aware, especially younger generations coming into. I still see it every now and then, people dry cutting concrete, and it's just mind boggling. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just driving to a job a week or two ago, I'm driving in my car. Obviously, we're across this stuff, and see a guy, council worker in the middle of the street, just dry cutting a grinding in the middle of the street, just dust blowing up everywhere.
Crazy, eh?
I don't necessarily, can't lay the blame at the foot of the worker necessarily. It's about education, really.
For sure, absolutely it is, yeah.
I think, and as you say, the unfortunate part of this is it does affect young guys who may not necessarily have the education about how dangerous it can be, but also around maybe, I was a young man once too, and there may be a feeling of invincibility around it.
For sure.
This won't get me. And
absolutely. Yeah, that's no secret at all. And pressure from pressure from other workers, bosses just saying, just get it done.
Yep.
Just do it.
Yep.
So, a lot of young people think, oh, I just got to do it. And maybe not necessarily young, but a lot of workers think, oh, I just got to get it done. It's just got to be done.
100% deadlines, productivity, and I hate to say it, there's also a layer of macho-ness. Is that a word?
For sure.
It can be a word now.
Testosterone.
Whereas they don't want to be perceived as weak by grabbing some PPE or pushing back on the fact that they want to use a dust solution. What are you? Get on with it. Like you say, just get the job done. So there's kind of a bit of I don't know, a bit of testosterone around the fact that they don't want to be perceived as weak.
Yeah, pride getting in the way of good decisions.
Whereas with silicosis, if there's or silica dust, which is a natural occurring mineral in stone and concrete and what have you, they don't want to be, Yeah,
because that's a be all end all once it's a diagnosed thing. Once you got it, that's it. There's no going back.
Yeah, and it's very, very sad, and the sad part is, as you say, it is affecting young guys. You know, without trying to hype it up, the buzz in the media, the mainstream media, is the second asbestos. And
obviously there's big differences between how the two work inside your body, but once it gets to a certain level, that's it's as good as asbestos. It's game over, sort of thing. So definitely not to be taken lightly at all.
Yeah, look, I'm no doctor, but asbestos, it could be one grain or one particle can start that off, whereas silicosis is more about exposure. If you've got an ongoing exposure to it without sort of the PPE and the right dust protection,
and in heaps of trades that's often the case. Especially civil, you're always cutting pipes that you're putting in the ground, and you got the blue metal sand that you lay everywhere. That's all full of silica as well, and
not just silica too. We're talking MDF, of course. Any man-made timbers where there's potentially carcinogenics, glues, resins, etc. These are all elements that need to be considered. And I guess looking in terms of how we've had to adapt in other markets, at the end of the day, for us here in Australia, we're well prepared for that. We've got a great solution.
So what are the solutions you guys are putting in place?
So obviously we borrow from a product menu directly from Europe and from the States, so we get to pick the eyes out of what are essentially the best products.
Cool.
So full M-class corded and cordless vac. So we're hearing, and you may be able to correct me, but we're hearing that the standard will be at least an M-class, and or potentially H-class.
That'd be a bit of a spanner in the works for H-class to be the standard.
It would be. We've seen it in other markets where they've tried to enforce H as the standard, and obviously H is a very expensive setup. Not that you should factor that in around safety, but the challenge, we're having a big enough challenge enforcing M. A lot of sites are saying that hasn't been budgeted for on this job. We're not going to put it in. Some sites are quite receptive. There's no... We're seeing a lot of different phenomena out there, but H...
And just got to jump in with a quick info break. Be sure to check out TradeTools' social pages on Snapchat, Facebook, Insta and YouTube. We're always running cool giveaways and posting content to entertain and inform. So TradeTools on the socials, guys. Treat yourselves. Anyway, back to the podcast. M-class is... that's good for concrete dust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the... Just not the carcinogens and
asbestos
and stuff like that.
On your M, there's a few criteria to it. You've got to have like HEPA filtration to the correct standard. The vacuum needs to be self-cleaning. Needs to be used with a bag.
Self-cleaning. How is that defined in a extraction unit? Self-clean.
Good question. So in our M class, we do both a corded, and we've just launched the world's first cordless 54 volt M class extraction unit. So both are dual filter. So essentially they're self-cleaning. So one filter will purge. You'll hear like a pop, so it reverses on itself. So it clears the dust that's built up in the filter. While the other one continues its filtration.
So it alternates between two different...
roughly every 20 seconds that'll happen.
Oh, really?
So some people are a bit freaked out when it happens for the first time. There's like a pop, and then it stops,
okay.
and then the other filter pops. So what that means is there's never a window of time where there's no filtration.
Yeah.
If this was a single filter
you have to
that was
stop.
purging,
Yeah.
there's essentially a split second where there's no filtration.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
part of being part of the M-Class platform.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Do you ever have to change them filters? I suppose you would.
Good question. So around the life expectancy of the filters, there's sort of no hard and fast rule.
Yeah.
What we're suggesting very broadly, and this is nothing. This is not a standard we're holding anyone to, or a more of a best practice. We say if you're a high frequency user, you really should be checking your filters every month to 2 months.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then they're not expensive and they're very easy to change. If you're a sort of a moderate user or intermediate user, you should check them sort of every 3 months or so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
and then if you're an infrequent user, every 6 months.
Yeah.
So they do perish. They are the membranes do break down over time,
course,
but as long as you're checking those regularly, it's pretty good. And filtration is very important and must be used with a bag. So
right.
if you're using it
for
with
M-Class standards.
right. So
right.
if you're using it with concrete, you really need to use the fleece bag.
Fleece, okay, right.
Yeah, and with general waste or MDF, we do a paper or a fibre, so it's a paper bag. So you need to use that for your sort of your general waste.
Fleece bag.
Yeah,
so that
and this is not unique to us. There are other players in this area, as there are in M. But as I say, being part of that sort of global business, that gives us a sort of opportunity to take the best products and then roll them out here in Australia.
For sure, yeah. The other markets have already sort of ticked these boxes, and you guys get to go, well, look, now we need this, so we can, a big advantage, I suppose.
In this area, we've had that benefit. In other areas, Australia might be pushing the need, if you like, for a certain product.
Yeah, for sure.
Because as you know, every market is different.
Absolutely.
Everyone has different construction techniques. They use different.
Different standards that you have to build to. So you need to
100%.
Yeah.
Different materials. Fixings, fasteners.
Yeah, for sure.
It all changes. So it's all well and good for another market to have a certain product that may not work for us necessarily. But in the area of dust, it's a good fit.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So, other tools, mate. Are there any exciting tools that we should keep our eyes open for at the moment?
Yeah, we're definitely expanding our outdoor power equipment range. We've got a dual system. So we've got a full complement of both 18 volt and 54 volt.
Okay, right.
In our flex volt range. So whether it's a DIY. Right up to a light commercial user.
Yeah, right.
We can give them a whippersnipper, a blower.
Yeah.
We can give them a chainsaw. We
Yeah.
can give them a mower.
Yeah, watch those DeWALT chainsaws go. They're impressive. Oh, it's
the 54 volt is legit.
Yeah.
Like it is.
Because I think a big advantage on the cordless chainsaws compared to petrol is the instant torque of electricity. It's right then and there. There's no build up. Oh, it's direct torque.
Yeah. And look, they have their limitations, but certainly the 54 volt is as good as a small petrol unit. Standard with a 16-inch bar. So most domestic or very small commercial jobs, fishing, camping, out on the dirt bike on the weekend.
Yeah, for
you want to chop firewood, you can get into it. And of course, and we've got no issue with fuel. We've got the MTD business there, so we're comfortable with fuel. But obviously the upside is you don't need to go and get fuel. Don't need to worry about the fuel going off. Don't need to mix your fuel.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no fumes. You don't need to pull on
the
a cold
noise
day.
too. You're not pissing off the other campers or neighbours or whatever.
So it's just put the battery. Make sure you've got a battery charged, and away you go.
Goes,
So that's. We're continuing to expand that platform.
Yeah, it's coming up in leaps and bounds. The outdoor power equipment, cordless. It's crazy. It's so good to cool.
Look, we've got some good competition in that area, but I think one of the big benefits of our battery system, be it 18 or 54, the 54 of course is all backward compatible. Is that wherever the user is,
18 and you're laughing.
We can sell them. We can sell them an 18 volt hammer drill. We can sell them an 18 volt chainsaw. We can sell them an 18 volt nail gun.
Yeah.
We can sell them
Yeah.
an 18-volt laser.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people are niche.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of breadth, a lot of
Yeah.
across a lot of key
For
categories.
sure. Yeah, the best way to be. Absolutely. What else is there, mate? I don't know. Is there anything else you'd like to tick off the list while you're here?
Mate, I thought we'd turn the mics around. I think I want to. What have you been up to?
Me,
What's
mate,
happening in your world?
I spend a lot of my time.
Let's flip the script.
I spend a lot of my time now thinking and editing, mate. As easy as that sounds, it really isn't.
No, it's not.
And we're kicking this off, the Tradio podcast, which is cool. It's getting a great response at the moment.
Yeah, good. Is Joe Rogan coming in today?
Yeah,
is it just us?
I think next week he had to postpone.
Did he?
Yeah, he had to go back to Vegas. He left his wallet there. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it's cool.
Because I thought I was coming in to do this with Joe Rogan.
He was. Yeah, he had to. He just called me before he.
I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, he's he'll be back next week. I'll tell you. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll text you.
Send him my regards.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do. Oh well, mate, good little quick chat.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah,
and TradeTools are a big part of what we do. And second time I've come up, the feedback from today's training session has been fantastic. And
where'd you come from?
I'm up from Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
right.
So I try and get up a couple of times a year, and we're working on. We've got a brand new facility down there in Keysborough in Melbourne.
Okay,
and we're looking to get you guys down. So
cool.
Thanks for the support. Thanks for the opportunity today to do a bit of a blast on the podcast, and we look forward to working with you again soon and getting you across some of our new gear.
Yeah, I can't wait. Cool. Yeah, all right. Thanks,
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
No worries, mate.
I'll see you again.
Yeah, cheers, mate.